something interesting is happening in Kursk. And this is quite interesting. NATO is shocked. Ukraine is shocked because none of them saw this coming. Now, Russia encircled NATO troops in Suja. I have proven beyond reasonable doubt on this platform that most of the troops, about 90% of the troops in Kursk, are NATO troops. I have proven that already. There's no need for me to go into that again. Now, they are all shocked because America is monitoring satellite, watching the movement of Russian troops, and they don't understand. They just don't get it. How did the Russians encircle their troops in Kursk? They don't understand. They don't get it. So while they were struggling to, understand what exactly happened, the Russians decided to release videos and pictures of how they encircled their troops. They used a gas pipeline. So what the Russians actually did was they were bombing a particular place in Suja. And whilst they were bombing this place, their soldiers were moving underground. And because they were bombing this place constantly day and night, NATO never thought of it, that whilst they were bombing this place, Russian troops were underground moving. So they caught them off guard. They never anticipated, they never thought of it. This is Napoleon tactics. Whether you like Napoleon or not, Napoleon remains one of the greatest warlords of all time. This style of warfare is known as the cauldron or the boiler, a system whereby your enemy forces surround you. You have two options. Now, NATO have two options in Suja. They either surrender or the Russians annihilate them. Russia keep on using this system over and over again, but NATO just can't help. They used the same system in 2014 in Crimea. NATO troops together with Ukrainian troops were all forced to surrender in 2014 in Crimea. They used the same system in Azovstal in 2022, forcing these Nazi troops in Azovstal underground to come out, and they arrested them. And they are using the same system again. Russia has used this system over and over and over again, but NATO don't have an answer to the cauldron system. NATO will have no option than to surrender, and the surrender comes with terms and conditions. We are talking about 80,000 troops here. Is NATO going to sit and watch the Russians annihilate over 80,000 troops? Are they? They will never do that. And so, interesting time ahead. The terms and conditions is what I am waiting to hear. What sacrifice is NATO willing to bow to Russia in order for the Russians to let go these 80,000 troops? Interesting time ahead. I predicted this right on this platform, and you all know this. I remember when they first invaded Kursk, I came here and told you guys that it was a damn idea. In pure military terms, it was damn. I told you guys that it was just a matter of time. These guys will be annihilated. It was just a matter of time. Ukrainians should have asked the Nazis. Oh, they should have learned from Hitler. When Hitler decided to throw everything to Kursk, what happened to him? What was the end result? This is why I keep telling you guys that what makes Russia more dangerous is them being able to fight war of attrition. And NATO is not good in war of attrition. Because you are fighting against an opponent whose whole life and whole style of warfare is war of attrition. These guys have patience. They will catch you off guard. You are going to fight till you yourself, you give up. If you don't give up, they are not giving up. They are going to fight you even for the next 20 years. And do you have the manpower to fight for the next 20 years? Do you have the resource to fight for the next 20 years? Because these guys will never give up. They will continue to fight you. Russia is the savior of Europe, and they are going to save Europe from America. By this time, the whole of Europe will be speaking German. The Russians saved them from Hitler, the Nazis. The Russians saved the whole of Europe from Napoleon. And they are going to save the whole of Europe again from America. America is currently the greatest enemy of Europe. Religiously, the Russians believe that God created them to save the whole of mankind from the evil. I don't care whether you believe in their religion or not, but that is what they believe in, and that is what they work towards. in order for you to understand them, you have to understand their, IQ, how they think. If you don't understand how they think, you will never understand them.